Hello, am I audible? Just drop a message in the box if you can hear me. Yes, if you can hear me, please. So, take a one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. And that is the way to success. Thought by Swami Vivekanand. I, Bhavya Bhushan, on behalf of my entire team of Srinath College of Education, take this golden opportunity to wish you a very warm and a splendid good morning. A very warm welcome to Dr. P.K. Pani, Examination Controller, Kulhan University, Chaibasa, respected resource person, Dr. Sanjay Bhuya, Professor, Department of Education, EMIT, Jamshedpur Women's College, Dr. Krishnakant Tripathi, Assistant Professor, Mizoram University. A very warm welcome, sir. A wholehearted welcome to all the participants countrywide and worldwide. My happiness knows no bound. I'm extremely happy from the bottom of my heart to express that this two-day national webinar has already touched the line of success, and a share of credit goes to our resource person and also much to our participants. Witnessing the presence of various participants from over 22 states of India and across 2 countries, including UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, on the first day, we are all set to gain and enrich ourselves on the second day of this national webinar. My dear participants, my respected resource person, we now have with us the personality who has lots and loads of knowledge stored within him, which he shares each time most proudly. We welcome Dr. P.K. Pani, Examination Controller, Chaivasa, to enrich us with his address. I welcome you, sir, in this two-day national webinar and respect you to please speak and enrich our knowledge. Sir, can you hear me? Dr. P.K. Pani, sir, we cannot hear you. Hello, Dr. P.K. Pani, sir, we cannot hear you right now. Due to some technical problems, we are not able to hear PK Pani sir. He'll be with us in another moment. Kindly wait. We are not able to hear Dr. PK Pani sir. Have patience in another. I'm really sorry for this inconvenience and delay, but since, as we all know, it all lies in the hands of technology, and to a certain limit, we all depend upon it. So I kindly request you to please have patience for another couple of minutes till we have Dr. P.K. Pani sir, Examination Controller, Kulhan University, Chaivasa, with us back again.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible to us.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I welcome all the participants who are gathered here in order to join the webinar. The topic of today, the topic of today is very important one. Hello. Thank you very much. Okay. The topic of webinar is technology as an aid to education during COVID-19 pandemic. This is the situation we are facing the whole over the world. The entire world, including India, is facing an unprecedented difficult times due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. As all universities and colleges are closed since the lockdown from mid-March, the teaching learning process and research activities have been badly disrupted. The schedule of terminal semester examination.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt. Voice is not coming.
Hello.
Sir, it is audible now. It is audible now. Yes, sir, it is audible now.
Audible. Okay. Actually, the whole world, including India, is facing an unprecedented crisis due to the old outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. All universities and colleges, including schools also, are closed since the lockdown from mid-March. The teaching learning process and the research activities have been badly disrupted. The schedule of terminal semester examination as well as the end semester examinations has also got disturbed. In such scenario, it is the joint responsibility of all the stakeholders to manage multiple key issues relating to the academic activities in the institutions. As we know, social distancing is one of the key components in the fight against this infection. Social distancing is also creating a challenging situation for the students studying in various institutions. In this context, the quality of education should not be compromised at all times. It is also important to continue the educational process, making effective use of technology and other available options. Future have many uncertainties, but difficult times demand quick, appropriate decisions. And it is the time to go aggressive with right digital strategy. In the present circumstances, the major concerns in education, number one, ensuring the health, safety, and security of the students, faculty, and staff, and also to continue the academic activities. And the next one is the conducting the examination and declaration of results. In order to continuous academic activities in the current scenario of COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdown, the first issue is related to modes of teaching learning process. In Indian universities, we are adopting offline mode. Mostly in Indian universities, we are adopting offline mode, that is conducting classes in face-to-face interaction. But in few exceptional cases, and that too in very few courses, it is used. Most of the educational institutions or universities or colleges are lacking adequate IT infrastructure for effective delivery of education through e-learning process. And that is why the COVID-19, we are facing a lot of challenges in teaching learning process. And we have to emphasize to continue with the education process in Hangout, Google Classroom, Cisco WebEx meeting, and YouTube streaming, OES, SWAYAM platform, and SWAYAM Prabha, which is available on the Doordarshan. This method may be used, but the faculty members have also contributed a lot for the benefit students for during the lockdown period by using of number of tools like WhatsApp groups, other social media tools and emails. But the students also expect that the faculty must maintain a substantive contract with them. So even after posting the lecture material online, teachers need to maintain communication with the students and discuss course material with them on a regular basis. In this lecture, I wish to clear that every institute should develop the virtual classroom and video conferencing facility, and all teaching staff should be trained with the use of the technology. All institutions should prepare e-content and e-lab experiments and upload the same on their websites also. Universities and educational institutions should strengthen the mechanism of mentor-mentee counseling through a dedicated portal on website to impart timely guidance and counseling the students. This is necessary, because the mental health is to be covered. Mental health should be taking care for the students. We have to care that. And regarding the second one, first one is directly, I think that Dr. Sanjay Bhuma will present detail on teaching online method. And that is why I'm not going to in detail about the same. Just second one is the related to the examination. That is the most crucial point in this juncture. Like the modes of teaching learning, most of the universities and institutions follow the physical mode of examinations with few exceptions. On this aspect also, some of the universities lack of adequate IT infrastructure and conducting online examination. That is why the basic infrastructure is not available at all level of the institution, and accessibility of the internet to the students, especially in remote areas. It is not feasible to uniformly adopt the online mode of examination at this juncture. Just I'm telling about our Kolhan University. In our university, we are facing also same problem. During this lockdown period, in our examination department, as a head of the examination department, I have tried so many times to motivate the students by presenting the different videos in YouTube, so that the students should take care of that, and they should take care of their mental health and mental stress also. Because we are paralyzed. Most of the educational institutions are used as a quarantine center. And just like I'm taking an example, I'm saying an example in our university, in each and every semester of undergraduate examination, that is BA, BSc, becomes CBCS examination, nearly 27,500 students will appear. And in post-graduation examination, nearly 9,000 students will appear at the examination. Keeping in view of the mind, the social distancing, that is the main problem in order to maintain the social distancing at this juncture. That is why we have taken such a criteria. We have adopted different modes in order to, we have tried too much. We have tried so many times in order to conduct the examination in different way, but due to the continuous and simultaneously lockdown, we are unable to do so. Lastly, we have decided, we have planned a guideline. We have framed a guideline for the examination. In our examination cell, actually, I have already framed a COVID-19 cell on examination and its related activities. That cell is doing all sorts of works in order to help the students. In our cell, we are always trying to motivate the students in proper way, and we should guide them so that they should encourage in order to, they should strengthen their mind for the uplift of the mental health. I am telling you, just listen, all the examination part is the very crucial at this juncture, and we have to, there is a need, there is a necessity of technology at this juncture. That is why the online examination is quite impossible for all the universities and all the institutions also. We have to select another criteria. We have to choose another option, and that option is to be adopted. In the present scenario, there is no way for us, and that is why some of the examinations we have promoted the students to the next semester. But we have promoted in which, on the basis of the theoretical part in the past performance of the students, on the basis of the guideline of the University Grants Commission. But there are certain obstacles also regarding the internal examination as well as the practical examination. In order to complete the project work, regarding education system, B.Ed classes, regarding B.Ed classes, they have to go to the field work, they have to study, they have to teach the students in the classroom. it is not possible at this juncture. That is why just we have planned in the particular year in the academic, is this academic session 2019-20 for internal examinations. We have given an option to the colleges, different institutions. They may adopt either online or offline. Online if possible, not for the interest of the students and in order to cover all the students, those who are in the row of that class. And objective type of, and just after the opening of the colleges, they have to start the either in objective way, offline classes, offline examination may be conducted. Offline examination, short term, short period examination, that is the objective type, multiple choice based questions should be given to a group of students, and that on the basis of the performance of the students, that is to be evaluated. But so for the project work, how to complete the project work? Project work, it is not completed, the field work is not possible at this stage. That is why we have decided that the project work should be completed either on review based or secondary data based project should be prepared. It is possible only if the students are interested to do that, but it is strictly restricted, keeping in view of the social distancing. That is the prime point. That is the main point for conducting the examination. And regarding for B.Ed education, B.Ed classes, B.Ed teachers, those B.Ed students, those who are teaching the students of the schools, it is not possible at this time. That is why they may conduct the video conferencing basis. It may be done video conferencing basis, and it can be judged on video conferencing basis. That is the only way, other than no way is there in order to complete all other things. So many obstacles are there, and we have to face the challenges. The challenges are here, and we have to solve all the problems. How to solve the problems? We have to unite and we have to work together. The students, teachers, faculties, university, and all the aspects should think about it, and the technology, which technology is to be adopted at this time, and that should be decided at first, and we have to make a solution to strengthen the students. This is during the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent lockdown. It is necessary to follow the technological developments. Technological use should be done. Digital India was launched in the year 2015. That is, to some extent, it is benefited for us. UGC has started Swayam Prabha, MOOC, and different colleges. Recently, the government has declared that the class standard 1 to standard 12, the different courses are to be uploaded in the online basis, and different channels will be implemented for the purpose of the education to the students. I think that we have to think about the same, and we have to adapt the proper way to adapt in the different schools, colleges, and universities in India. And I think that this webinar, the webinar will give us much more fruitful idea, which idea should give us one more dimension, many more dimensions, not one more, many more dimensions may be given, and on the basis of these dimensions, we may solve the issues. Yesterday, I heard the speech of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gangadhar Panda. He has elaborated all these things. What is the problem? And what are the outcomes of this? What are the outcomes of this webinar? The total outcomes is to be presented before the university, that should be sent to the government, central government, as well as the state government, in order to adopt the same way, same process for the betterment of the students, for the betterment of the state, for the betterment of the nation. And I think that the next speaker will give you so many important messages about the teaching learning process, and it will be fruitful for you also and me also. And total all these things to be followed in future, and we have to make a future plan, what should be done and how it to be solved, and all these way the technology should be adopted, which technology will be better one, which is to be implemented for the students, and we have to think about it. Lastly, I am very thankful to the management of Srinath College of Education, as well as the chairman of Sri Sukhdev Mahato, principal of B.Ed College Sri Dhananjay Mahato, the main important person behind this institution, Sri Shambhunath Mahato ji. I'm very thankful to you all, and thankful to you all for your motivation towards the education and your planning towards the development of the education. I wish this webinar will be more successful, and it will be benefited for the states, not only in the state as well as the nation, and students, teachers, and our universities also. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Johar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for making this webinar even more meaningful with your guidance. Every time you are connected with us, we really feel privileged to hear your wise words. Moving ahead, we shall now begin with the second plenary session of this two-day national webinar. I welcome moderator Madhuri Kumari, Assistant Professor, Srinath College of Education, to please proceed with the proceedings.
नमस्कार। ऑनलाइन उपस्थित सभी अतिथि, शिक्षाविद और विद्यार्थीगण, मैं माधुरी कुमारी, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन, साथ ही प्लेनरी सेशन की मॉडरेटर एवं मेरी सहयोगी, इंटरेक्शन सेशन की कोऑर्डिनेटर साइनिका मिश्रा की ओर से इस 2 दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय वेबिनार के द्वितीय सत्र में आपका हार्दिक अभिनंदन करती हूँ। आज के सेशन का विषय है ऑनलाइन टीचिंग, लर्निंग एंड टीचर एजुकेशन। आज के सत्र के रिसोर्स पर्सन का परिचय देते हुए मुझे काफ़ी गर्व की अनुभूति हो रही है। इस सेशन में हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं जमशेदपुर विमेंस कॉलेज के शिक्षा संकाय के प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर संजय भूया सर। इन्हें 19 सालों से भी अधिक का शिक्षण अनुभव है, जिनमें 14 साल इन्होंने टीचर एजुकेशन में दिया है। बायो साइंस में ग्रेजुएशन एवं पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन की डिग्री रेमेंसा कॉलेज कटक से पूर्ण करने के बाद एमएड की डिग्री रीजनल इंस्टीट्यूट्स ऑफ एजुकेशन भुवनेश्वर से इन्होंने स्वर्ण पदक के साथ प्राप्त किया है। साथ ही पीएचडी की डिग्री उत्कल यूनिवर्सिटी भुवनेश्वर से अर्जित की है। इनके बहुत सारे रिसर्च पेपर नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल जर्नल्स में छप चुके हैं। वर्तमान में ये झारखंड के विभिन्न विश्वविद्यालयों के बीएड एवं एमएड के करिकुलम डेवलपमेंट कमेटी के मेंबर हैं, साथ ही एनसीटीई ईआरसी विजिटिंग टीम के सदस्य भी हैं। मैं प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर संजय भुइयां सर से अनुरोध करती हूं कि वे अपने अनुभव, ज्ञान और विचार हमारे साथ शेयर करें। बहुत बहुत स्वागत है सर आपका हमारे इस वेबिनार में।
हेलो।
हाँ, हेलो सर, सुनाई दे रहा है।
First of all, Johar, Namaskar, and good morning to all of you. Let me first thank the organizers, the chairman of Srinath College of Education, Sri Sukhdev Mahatoji, the organizing secretary, Bhavya Bhushan, the chief organizing secretary, Sri Dhananjay Mahatoji, and Madhuri, the host of this session, along with all other organizers or members of the Srinath team, to choose a topic very relevant in this present days. The topic they have chosen is technology as an aid to education. I am very happy that they have taken that topic, that is aid to education, not technology as a solution to education. So let us see that in today's era, everywhere in the globe, there is a discussion about technology and integration of technology into education. I would again praise the organizer to select such a topic and go along with this. I'd like to thank Dr. P.K. Pani, who has given a very comprehensive idea about the examination, online examinations, and how to get through this difficult time regarding the examinations. Yesterday, Dr. Srivastava, Professor Srivastava, started with a joke. It was not a joke, really. It was reality, in true sense. He discussed about the boons and banes of teacher education, this technology education, this technology integration education, and he provoked to think upon whether technology in education is a boon or a bane for education at the present time. Professor Mahalik also elaborated the various platforms for teacher education or in education in general. What Dr. Pani said, Sanjay, that I'll be elaborating, it has already been elaborated how technology can be integrated in the present time and in future. With all this background, let us today see how teacher education has been influenced or is being influenced by technology, by online teaching, learning, what teacher education has achieved and where we have to go. Online has become a buzzword into today's world. Everywhere we see that online, it starts from the shopping and all, and it has become a status symbol with the very acquaintance of this online system. With the online addiction, I would like to say that it has become an addiction. Everybody is saying online, online, online. Can online? What have you done with this online addiction to education? Don't you think that we have made education a commodity that can be procured online like any other commodity, physical commodity? You see, what is our philosophy regarding education? We say in Indian context that philosophy of education is a sadhana, and through this sadhana we can attain the siddhi. Can online teaching learning help us to do this sadhana and attain the siddhi? That means the aims of education. Let us go deep into it and explore certain things. I'm here with few questions that has to be addressed. I put forth many questions in this session so that let us think together what we can do and what is being done at present and how we are proceeding with technology and education. So online teaching and teacher education. It's not working. Yes. Now see, education versus education and education face to face versus distance and online. We have in ancient India from my very childhood, I have been listening this. All of us must be knowing this uh, from the very beginning that Kakachesta, Bakodhyanam, Swana Nidra, Tathaivacha, Alpahari, Grihatyagi, Vidyarthi, Panchalakshanam. Now, this is the old and ancient Indian saying. We believe that education can only take place or a learner can only learn if these five characteristics are present in the learner. Now, I would like to emphasize here about the Griha Tyagi. What does it mean? Now, you see, this is in contradiction with the online system where the education is reaching you at home. Is it in concomitance with our philosophy that Grihatyagi is getting away from the comfort zone? You know, if you want to learn something, you have to be away from home to seek knowledge. Knowledge cannot come to you. You have to seek knowledge and you have to be after knowledge. So Grihatyagi is a major issue. And for the teacher educators, the teachers also, going away from the home is a necessity to teach. It cannot become, you cannot say that the learning can, just like a commodity reaches through Amazon, Snapdeal and all, this education will reach you through this online. You have to think upon it. Can we make education as a commodity? Can we take education as a commodity that can be reached to your doorstep? I think it's not. Now see, this Grihatyagi or this Panchalakshanam is that has a philosophical, psychological and social significance. We, if you go deeper into it, it has a philosophy, it has a psychology behind it. Why we should be away from home? There are so many things. Staying at home and learning, homeschooling, even home teaching has calls for many distractions. You know, there are so many distractions at home that you cannot evade. I'll discuss in detail in my future slides. So this saying is in contradiction with the concept of online teaching learning. So what our philosophy says, what our ancient so now see, online teaching learning with the advancement of technology, it has been made possible. Online, this advancement of technology has made it possible. Online system has touched every sphere of life, like online shopping, including groceries, medicines, clothes, electronics, gadgets, kitchen utilities, and whatnot. Of late, it has crept into the field of education. Education में भी ये आ गया है. So what now see, there are few questions. Has or will this technology can be no, can be can this system, online system, can totally replace offline system? Is a big question. What we are heading for or whom we have catered to this online system? This is a big question. Have we reached every section of the society? We are saying about this technology and all in this completely under those systems or those things. Can education be compared to any other commodity which we purchase, which we get through this online mode? So we have to think upon it. Is education that can be procured through online mode like other commodity? That's what I said. Can education be procured like other commodity? We have to think again. Is online mode applicable to all level and all types of education? Now see, we have started online irrespective of its disadvantages or the health effects. And is it possible to have online teaching learning at all level, from the very primary to the highest level of teaching learning, and to all types of education, professional or academic, anything? So this is again a question. The schools in Jamshedpur have started online education very furiously. You know, every day my small kid is having 4 classes is he able to concentrate? What he's doing with that, is it very fruitful? That has to be thought about. Now see, can the broader goals of education be attained by online mode? The goals of education, what we have said, can it be achieved or can it be attained by this online education? What we are doing now, do we think that we are heading towards the achievement of the goals? So again, there is a question. Now come to teacher education, which is my topic today, online teaching, learning and teacher education. So what is teacher education? Let me start with what is teacher education. What we people believe normally. Now it's certainly not teaching teachers how to teach. This is not teacher education, that we teach the teacher how to teach in the schools or in the classrooms. It is a complete transformation of an individual with specific knowledge, skills, and attitude to deal with young human minds. Remember, these are human minds. These are not any commodity or any inanimate thing that can be manipulated. So, developing the knowledge. Yesterday, Professor Srivastav told that ACME, these aims, methods, content, method, and evaluation, this has to be kept in mind. So this knowledge, specific knowledge, has to be developed. Yes, to some extent technology can help us to transmit the knowledge, transmission of knowledge through information, through various platforms that Professor Mahalik has already discussed. And the skills and attitude, can we develop these things through online mode? Again, there is a question. So it is not that teacher education is teaching or training the teachers how to teach in the classroom. No, it has to, it's a complete transformation that demands for a complete knowledge, skill and attitude uh, to become a good teacher. We have a notion that teachers are made and not born. Previously, we are in the notion that teachers are born. A Brahmin son becomes a teacher. And that line is continued, but now it's not that. Teachers are made. So teachers are made. Can teachers be made through online mode? That is again a question. Now see, what are the components of teacher education? These are the theoretical, the major components, the theoretical concepts, that is knowledge, the pedagogical skills, content pedagogy and the skill pedagogy, that is the thing. And the next one is attitude, and the fourth one is research. Can all these components be reached through and catered through online mode? Again a question. If yes, then to what extent? Will quality be maintained or has to be compromised? What we are doing now, online mode, all over the world, or even you can see in Jharkhand, what we are doing, we are posting. Are we able to cater the pedagogical skills, the attitude, and the research part? Is it has it become possible in the last 3 months? What we have done? Let us introspect. We are trying to reach our student through these technology mediated things. It is a fact now. Every other institution, every other universities, colleges, they are trying to reach out to their students through this virtual mode, through this online mode. Now, this technology has proved to be a silver lining in the dark clouds of Corona. This is the only hope. We think we are visualizing, we are taking it as a hope, and we are taking it as a solution in this dark period. Technology has helped in keep going rather than a complete stagnation. Otherwise, if technology wouldn't have been there, online teaching learning wouldn't have been there, the system would have been completely paralyzed. More or less, every person associated with teacher education learned and used technology. This is a plus point. Many of us are not aware, even now also, many things we don't know. But with this exploration, those who are associated with teacher education or any other type of education, we have learned a lot about technology and we are using to some extent. So this has happened in, this is the, you can say, the positive effect of COVID-19, that we are becoming acquainted with technology. Now, where we stand, varied know-how of teaching learning among teacher educators. Technology teaching learning, we don't have the equal type of knowledge. Even the teacher educators, rest about the students. The students, I'm not talking now of the students, the teacher educators. What we know in a varied things. If I know something you don't know, if you know something I don't know, there are so many variations. So technical know-how varies from person to person now, because we are not trained earlier. We never thought of that such a situation will come and we have to handle through this platform. So technical know-how, or cocooning the self, we have not explored things, many things that would have been explored earlier, so that we would have addressed the situation very comfortably. Differential access, reachability. Differential access, not in terms of electronic gadgets, connectivity, but also in terms of space. Now access, when we say about access, normally we think that having a good smartphone, having laptop and all these things, these electronic gadgets, that is the access and connectivity. But have you ever thought about the space, access to space? Now we are locked down. Those who are in the remote areas, their connectivity is a problem, maybe electronic gadgets is a problem. Those who are in the cities and towns, they may not face such problem of electronic gadgets and connectivity. But the issue is, again, it comes to the space. In a 2-bedroom flat with all family members together, how can you spare space for yourself? You need some serenity to deliver all these things using technology. You must be having kids, your old parents, your family members. So where to shift them? It is not that everywhere, anywhere you can start teaching, anywhere you can use the technology. So this is a major problem in the urban areas. You see, space is very difficult, because nowadays what is happening, if you are having kids, they are also busy with their online classes. If you are working as a teacher educator and your spouse is also working, so where will get room? You cannot sit in a particular room and have 3 different types of works. You cannot do that, and you cannot take one room and leave them in a different room. You don't have that much of space in a flat. So that is a problem. You think about the whole, holistically you think about all the members, all people are comfortable with this. In major in cities like Delhi and Mumbai, where space is very limited, dwelling places are very limited, very constrained. So where from there they'll get that space? It's my personal experience. When we were asked to post video lectures through YouTube, so I would wait my kid to sleep, because I have to record the things. And after he sleeps in the night, I start my recording and then post, and I used to sleep at in the midnight, after 12, maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. So this has disrupted the lifestyle also. So these are the constants. So this is the access thing. You normally we don't feel about this thing, but it has to be felt. The next very important thing is the extra burden for female teacher educators and students. Now see, again there is a issue with the females. The masculine productive work culture is putting stress upon the feminine domestic world of work. She has to balance between the two work simultaneously. This is very important. You see, we don't, as because I'm in a women's college, I could feel the pain of my students and my colleagues also. We discuss among it, though I haven't done a proper research, but then what I have talked with people, with my students, my colleagues, they say कि सर ये नहीं हो पाता है, अब मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं, हम उनको देखेंगे, खाना बनाएंगे, नाश्ता करेंगे, the mates are not coming due to this COVID. So how difficult, how painful it becomes. And what we say that you have to be productive at every situation. So this masculine, so-called impersonal masculine attitude has put the female teachers at the stake, and they are at real pain. I could realize those things, because in my family also I'm seeing those things. Student teachers are also not equally aware and equipped with online technology. Jharkhand, especially, is a tribal state. And how can you expect that all the student teachers, they are equally aware about the online technology and they are equipped even? There are so many constraints. They may not have all these things. They may not have an access to what I said, this electronic gadgets, connectivity, and the space. Theoretically, many things can be, theoretical knowledge can be delivered using various online programs. What has been done, till now, what we have done in teacher education, theoretical knowledge has been imparted. We have completed our syllabus within these 3 months, the rest syllabus which we couldn't have completed earlier. Through these video lectures, YouTube videos, we have delivered, and through various platforms also, like this online Zoom and Google Meet and many others. Online assessment, to some extent, what Dr. Pani was saying, how to this assessment and examination, it's a big problem, but still we have managed somehow to have some assessment online through these Google forms, test modes, and procuring assignments in PDF forms in the mails. And again, it has become a problem. So how to check those things if you are procuring some assignments from the students? How to check them? How to assess them? You have to download it, study it. If you don't have a laptop, then in the mobile you have to visualize. So what are the health effects then? It has to be again thought of. Lots of webinars organized and attended by students and teachers. This thing has happened for the last 2 months, 3 months. I'm seeing many webinars all over India, from the world. Many people are attending, and they are organizing and attending seminars, webinars. Learning of teachers and students by exploration, confirming to the notion of necessity is the mother of invention. So we have confirmed to the notion that necessity, when it became necessary, because without this you cannot survive now. So many people started exploring. Now the age factor, the level factor, nothing mattered. Everybody has contributed through this online mode to the teacher education. All the teacher educators, they have started contributing irrespective of their technological know-how. They have learned, they have explored. This is a positive aspect of this corona, and how we have learned things. What has not been done or partially done, like sir, just now sir told that many things of teacher education, B.Ed and M.Ed and D.El.Ed courses, we cannot do even B.P.Ed courses. School internship, where school-based activities, without going to school, how can you do school-based activities? Can it be done online? So no other things are possible. School practice teaching, we have started online, like sir just now told, video conferencing, but it becomes very difficult. It is not feasible, as because with whom will do video conference? With the students, with the schools, student, government school student. We used to go to the school and then we practice our teaching. But through video conference, are the student ready to join? Are they have that much of resources to join this online conferencing? It is a big question again. And then community work, B.Ed syllabus, B.Ed, we have got community work. We have to serve the community. Apart from this education and all, we have to serve the community. We have to plan many things for the community. So this has been stopped now. Field work, many field works are there in a curriculum in B.Ed and M.Ed. We are not able to do all these things. This technology is not helping us to do all these things. Research work, especially data collection. Just now Pani sir told we can go for second, as per the UGC guidelines, secondary data and all review works. All the 50 students in M.Ed will do review work, or what they will do? They have already submitted the synopsis. They have done their work, but the data collection could not be done. What to do then? How to go? How to do? How technology will help? They have to completely change the things, change the research topic, research area. So this is also cannot be done, cannot be fulfilled through technology. Constraints in teaching learning, online teaching learning. With the students, what are the constraints? Lack of self-motivation. Now see, if this online teaching is so helpful, then why the government has not allowed by the NCT or the government, by the policies of the our education system, doesn't allow B.Ed and M.Ed courses to run on a distance mode. So if it is that technology can support, then distance mode is the very good option for us. But we have not supported them. They are closed. The NCT says there are 200 days of classes, biometrics attendance, everything, physical presence, and suddenly we are taking U-turn into online classes. So what is the constant? Yes, of course, distance mode cannot fulfill our aim of teacher education. So we have opted for a face-to-face mode. So what is the constant now? Now see, lack of self-motivation. Student staying alone at home, studying at their own wish, they somehow they are demotivated. The motivation level falls very sharply. How do they get? They cannot talk to the teacher every day. They cannot face the teacher. They cannot put their queries very frequently as they used to do in the face-to-face mode. They cannot interact with their peers. So motivation level will decrease. Lack of self-discipline. There is no discipline. 10 बजे college जाना है, you have to reach by 10. That means you have to wind up your work and reach by 10. That is a disciplining part. And here what happens? अच्छा ठीक है, online होगा देखेंगे. I'll take my breakfast late, I'll rise late, anything you can do, because it is at your discretion now. So when we are not disciplined, education is not possible. Lack of peer socialization and learning. When we interact with our peer, we learn many things. Even in teacher education, many things we what psychology says, that learning is better with the peers. If you don't understand anything, we go for the peer help. So that is lacking now. It is damn impossible to get connected every time to your friends, to your teachers. It's not like that. Increase in social network distraction. Now see, when you are using technology, suppose you are having a mobile and you are attending online classes, suddenly a message comes from the WhatsApp that it blinks in your screen, and you are distracted. What somebody has written, let me see, let me find out. So you jump into it. So these are many things that social distraction through the network, social networking distraction is there. So it is also a constraint. Access to technology and devices, techno-digital divide. You know, the students all are not, while we are taking online classes, my department, I'm saying, many students are from remote areas and they could not join the Zoom meeting and this Google Meet. So we cannot leave one of them. It's a different thing that in regular class also, we don't have 100% attendance, but you depriving somebody due to this technological and digital divide is not good. So this is also a constraint. And then the sense of isolation. You feel isolated, staying at home, meeting nobody, whom to speak with. Many things come up when we speak out of our heart. So this isolation also is putting stress upon the things, and which is distracting from education. With the teachers also, we have some constraint. These are new challenge taken differently with many factors like age, subject background, and readiness to learn. Now see, many teachers who are on the verge of retirement or having 2 or 3 years, 5 years, they said at this age we have to learn technology, at this age we have to do this, and we have a different subject back. We don't have science, and so we are not very techno savvy. There are so many things. Very reluctantly they have come up into this stage of doing something on teaching and online teaching learning. So this is one of the constraints. Now, future preparations. If future is virtual classroom, we must start preparing for virtual pedagogy. Now, what just now Pani sir told you what things will come up in the seminar. So we have to think upon. We have said yes, technology everywhere, but have we trained our teachers? What input we have given as an institution, as the state? Whose responsibility is this? So this has to be done. So curriculum of teacher education has to be revisited now, because nobody knows when this pandemic or this disastrous situation will reoccur. So we have to be prepared for future. So what has happened now, it's all right. We have managed somehow to some extent we have done something. I would not say that we have completely done very good thing, but to some extent we have managed. But for future we have to plan now, because this has shown us a path. What can happen in future, and how can we blend teaching learning with technology, and how this situation can be mitigated in coming futures. Technology has to be a compulsory paper now. Everybody, starting from the school level, we have to be techno friendly now. We have to have a component of technology in our curriculum. Online teaching tools are to be an integral part in teacher education curriculum. Now many things are new. Now I came to learn through these online webinars and all. There is Miro, there is some other boards and Google platform. Many things we are not. Yesterday I heard Malik sir was saying many things. So Kahoot and all. So we are not knowing earlier. Someone must be knowing. That was that's what I said. The technical know-how we are varying with that. So this technological tools has to be integrated in our curriculum of teacher education. We have to immediately revisit and renew our curriculum, blending technology into it. Training on teaching tools like Google Classroom, Google Docs, Slides, Board, and others like Miro, Kahoot, screencasting, and many more has to be made mandatory. We have to learn, because now we are only saying these things from the we are exploring, and we are saying, have we use, how many of us has used Google Classroom? How many of us use Miro? How many have used Kahoot? Rarely somebody has used. In Jharkhand at least I am saying. So why this? And but we are speaking all that these are the things, these are the things, these are the things, but we need training, that student need training to join these things. So this has to be done, and this has to be an integral part of the curriculum, even though situation become normal, because we have to be prepared for future. If we are saying that technology is the future, virtual classroom is the future, so we have to learn, we have to be prepared for the future. This virtual pedagogy has to be learned, and without proper learning, without deliberate learning, we cannot do that. Again, future preparations, this NCT and other policy framers has to revisit the existing norms and standards. Norms and standards has to be revisited. Now see what NCT was trying to put a check upon the students' attendance, teacher attendance, whether they are coming. And now what? Now every student is having 100% attendance because online is there. And what about what NCT has done for this online system? What they have supported, how they have supported in their curriculum, which was revisited in 2014, how technology integration practically, why haven't we learned them? So this has to be again revisited. Rethinking must be there. The existing norms and standards has to be, we focus upon the classroom measurement of the classrooms, so much and so the square meter and all these infrastructural facilities. Now what about this technology? Though they go for this ICT rooms and all, but it's of no use. So now they have to think upon what type of infrastructure they need. State has to take responsibility, which it has shaken off and shifted to the private organizations. Now see, education is primarily the responsibility of the state. It has to take the responsibility. But what is happening? 96% of teacher education institutions belong to private institutions. Why? Because the state has shaken off the responsibility. So with this shaken off responsibility, you cannot go for this technology and all this advanced type of thing without the support of the state. It is impossible. So state has to make provision for proper training. What sir was saying, what we have done as an institution, as a university, what we have done. Have we made provisions for proper training of teacher educators to manage such disaster situation at its own cost? What the state has done, what the policymakers has done, they must have taken the responsibility. Now it's time to take responsibility. At least they should give free of cost training to all the teacher educators, private and government, any type of institution. They have to make them prepare for the future. Private institutes should also take responsibility for professional development of teacher education in this line. Even the private institutes should encourage, should send their teachers to participate to learn many new things officially about the technology and integration of technology. You cannot force them to learn of their own. You have to take the responsibility. You have to force them to learn. You have to motivate them to learn. You have to persuade them to learn. So this is the responsibility of the private organizations also. This is a collective responsibility of all stakeholders to mitigate such pandemic or any disaster situation. It's a collective response. Even individual teacher has the responsibility. If you know something, you pass on to your colleague. Each one teach one. So now technology has to be taught by every person. So if you know something, you can teach your colleague. You can make them acquainted with the new technological advances. Are we doing that? If I know for myself only, not for others. So everybody's responsibilities it has become everybody's responsibility to mitigate such pandemic and disaster situation. So how many of us the faculty development program our university has done? Nothing. To acquaint the teachers or the teacher educators for this situation. Whatever we learn from ourselves. From the institute side, nothing has come. From the university side, nothing has come. All over the India, it is happening. So how can we expect our teachers to cope up, to know all these things and to deliver through these platforms? So we have to make them learn. Though we are doing, though our institution, though our universities has encouraged us for online learning, but training has not been provided. Training has to be given. Many things has to be done, and with the students also. We can give some workshop type of things for our student, for our teachers, so that we can learn many things about the technology and how to integrate technology and how to go for online teaching. Now, can online teaching replace face-to-face mode? Technology is a supplement for teaching, learning, and cannot be a total substitute. What I feel, it is a supplement. It can help you. It can aid you. As your topic, this seminar topic is that, webinar topic is that it's an aid. It's not a complete solution. It's not a complete total substitute. It cannot replace teacher. Otherwise, the norms of NCT having 16 teachers for 100 students, it's not necessary then. If technology can do everything, so with 5 teachers also we can do, because we can disseminate now. More than 400 participants are listening to this. So likewise, like this only we can teach our students with few resources, few human resources. So this is not a substitute. This is only a supplement. Technology, OTL, has helped handling such a grim situation by providing learning engagement and breaking isolation. This technology has helped us to break the what isolation I was speaking of. It has helped to break the isolation to some extent. At least we are getting connected. We are seeing each other in this this video conferencing. So that now I'm feeling that I'm in a class. So this isolation is being broken, and then engagement is there. At least somehow we are engaged. Our students are engaged through assignments or through these video lectures. They are listening. They are seeing all these things are done. So it has helped. Technology has a lot of contribution in this way. Technology and online teaching learning is important, but it should be used judiciously and carefully in the field of teacher education. Every education, because it is a topic of teacher education, I'm saying about teacher education. Now see, it is important. Now you see, before this COVID, before this 2.5 months, many social network messages comes that this mobile radiation is very harmful for the students. Schools, even the parent teacher meeting, they used to say, don't give mobile to your children. Suddenly we are giving our mobile. The school is encouraged to give. Have this radiation being defeated by corona? Radiation effect is not there due to corona. So my kid is being exposed for 6 hours a day to the mobile phone. He's putting strain upon his eyes to view all these things in the mobile. So how come? So this has to be judiciously used. We cannot go in a while everything suddenly. We cannot do that. So have we ever consulted health professionals about the effect of radiations upon the small kids? And these private schools, they are going ruthlessly. They are going for this online system. Why? And have anything come? We got from the health organization that yes, you can expose yourself to children or yourself for 6 to 10 hours a day in the mobile phone. Where has gone this radiation thing? Radiation. Every time we used to say radiation, keep away from radiation, keep your mobile not nearer to your heart, not nearer to your brain, speak through this. What has happened now? So there is a sudden shift. So this is what happened. During this COVID, technology and online teaching has proved to be a savior. It has saved us from a total stagnation, total paralyzation. We have been saved. We are at least connected. We are at least learning something. We are at least doing some activities through this online mode. Blending technology with teaching learning and going for online mode is the call of the time. It is the call. We cannot evade. We have to go for it. Though we are having some or other restrictions or some other effects, we have to see the effects. How? But this is the call. We cannot live without technology, and education also cannot prosper without technology now. Online teaching learning is at the discretion of the teacher and the learner. And through this system, the choice has shifted to the learner. Previously it was with the institute, when to come, when to go, what to study. So now it depends upon the learner how he or she manages to learn. It is in his discretion. We are posting video lectures at their discretion. They used to see, not immediately, once we post, after a month they are viewing the things. So it is upon their discretion. So this way it has helped, and this is cost effective even. Very less. See, this webinar is being organized with a very minimal cost. So this is the thing. Online has helped us. On the other hand, techno romanticism is for a time being in the field of teacher education. Now we are all in love with technology. This romanticism is for a time being. Remember, it's not for a long time. It has to be taken as a time gap arrangement. It's not that it's for the whole of our future to come. The technology has, everywhere we'll use technology in education. No, face-to-face mode is the best mode, and no technology can replace a teacher. Remember these things. Techno surrogacy will not certainly give birth to a healthy child. Now, what we are moving for? We are moving for a surrogate mother. That is a technology, and through this mother, we are trying to give birth to a healthy child. No, it's not possible. Real education will not come out of it. It is a supplement. It is a aid. It is not the total substitute. This online mania is not good, at least for teacher education. So this online, everything we are saying online. Now see, this swayam and all, many online courses are there. Now you see the level. Now when a student enters into a teacher education program, he is totally unaware, and he used to get many new things like philosophy, psychology, and these are different, quite different from its own field. Suppose a student has done BSc and he comes to teacher education. Initially, he has to learn philosophy, psychology, sociology. So this is a complete new thing. Can we give online all these things? It's quite difficult. Orientation cannot be done online. It's very difficult, and when it comes to the students' discretion, na, they take it very lightly. Yes, आज नहीं तो कल कर लेंगे, परसों कर लेंगे, देख लेंगे, एक साथ 4 वीडियो देख लेंगे, एक साथ 4 मॉड्यूल पढ़ लेंगे. So this happens. So this is, but there is a mania that online everywhere. MOOC is there. So how you see the percentage of passing out from all the distance courses and MOOCs and all. It's not very alarming. Even when you enroll in SWAYAM courses, and you have to be very vigilant about its proceedings, it's quite impossible in your busy schedule. So it becomes that we drop out from such courses. Many people do that. But at this, for whom these courses are, the mature persons, they understand and they go for self-study and they take it as a self-development, so they can go. But initially, the basic courses through online is very difficult. So this technological mania should be kept aside for basic courses at least. Technology can be integrated but not substituted. Online mode is not an appropriate means to attain the end. This online mode is not an appropriate means. Yesterday saying sadhana and sadhya. ये साधन हो सकता है, साध्य नहीं. What Professor Srivastava told, exactly. I go along with him that it's not at all appropriate me to attain the end. So, over dependence on online teaching technology should not be encouraged for teaching or teacher education in particular. We should not be over dependent. We should not, after this situation also, I know many of us will say that yes, online teaching was good, we'll go for online classes. I have made so many video. Next year also I may not repeat in the classroom. I'll refer to my student. You go and have a view on my YouTube channel. So what will be my role then if things will be normalized by then? So next year I don't have to teach in the classroom then, because I have already posted many video lectures. You can go for that. I can say that. So this will harm again, because teacher will not study, teacher will not learn in future. Remember, this is a time gap arrangement. This online, what we are saying, it's a buzzword. It has become a buzzword now. It is a time gap. What I feel, it's a time gap arrangement. Situation will certainly become normal. Hope for the best, and we'll overcome this situation very soon, and we'll get to a normal life very soon. But preparedness for every situation should always be encouraged. We should encourage what I said. Preparedness is very necessary for future to come. If not Corona, some other disaster may come, and in that situation, what we can do, how we can manage, how we can develop our e-contents, and all these online things has to be taught deliberately. We have to impart these things deliberately to our student teachers, the teachers, everybody, so that in future, what we have done today will be doing better in the future if such situation arises again. So this is all. Let us think upon this together, and thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to express my views. Thank you so much. Over to Srinath College.
धन्यवाद सर, आपने अपना बहुमूल्य समय और ज्ञान हमें प्रदान किया। इसके लिए हम दिल की गहराइयों से आपका आभार और धन्यवाद करते हैं। सर, कुछ क्वेरीज हैं, डाउट्स हैं हमारे ऑडियंस के, श्रोतागण के, और उन क्वेरीज को हमारी कोऑर्डिनेटर जो हैं इंटरेक्शन सेशन की, साइनिका मैम, वो आपसे इंटरेक्ट करेंगी। मैं साइनिका मैम से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि वो इंटरेक्शन सेशन को आगे बढ़ाएं। हेलो।
Hello.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Go on.
Thank you, Madhuri ma'am. Good afternoon.
बीच में सर थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब कर रही हूँ। आपका शेयर स्क्रीन जो है वो बंद करने।
Thank you. मैंने बंद कर दिया।
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries, resource persons, and the participants of this two-day national webinar. I would like to convey to all the queries in front of you, sir. So the first question is from Afifa Banu. Can't we have blended courses even after we come out of pandemics, so that students as well as teachers get more in hand practice, increase an emergency situation? Alifa Banu, lecturer, University of Birsa, Saudi Arabia.
Surely we can have this blended learning approach. That's what I said. We need preparation for our future even. So we cannot go away from this online teaching learning and this blended learning, because this is the call. I just said that this is the call of the time, and we have to go for this. What I said is not, we cannot go for a substitution. This is not a complete, but it can be blended, or we can take advantage of technology rather than be a slave to technology. So certainly we can have a blended learning approach.
Thank you, sir. Next question is from Jaspreet Kaur. How we can take virtual classroom in the remote areas, though we have learned to use Google Classroom or Kahoot?
Many platforms are there, madam. That's what I said. Remote areas, there are so many issues. This connectivity and this accessibility to gadgets is a necessity now. So this has to be thought upon, how to reach. So until and unless every individual, now the survey says that 45% of the students are having laptops. You see, many surveys I have referred to many journals, and it has been found that around 45 to 55% are having laptops. So how can we reach? This is the major question I have arisen. So this has to be thought upon. Until and unless every individual has an access to this technology and this all this, we cannot go for these virtual classroom practices. It has to be the responsibility has to be
Thank you,
taken by
sir.
the
Thank you
state.
for. Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is from Dr. Khushwant Kaur. He writes that how to deal with the stress level of the students in the online teaching.
So the uh, online teaching, you see, stress level. That's what I said. Now, women, you see, I have spoken about the female teacher educators and female students. Now, see, we say mute the audio, mute the audio. The female can mute the audio, no doubt, but they cannot mute the whistle of their pressure cooker because they have to feed their entire family, their children. So they cannot get away from the responsibility, and this develops a stress. So we have to judiciously plan about the online system, to whom we are doing this online and how we are doing for the stress management. So this the duration we are spending with online now, it should be lessened. What I believe, we are exposing our child, just now said na ki we are exposing our children for 6 to 8 hours on online mode, and even we are being exposed, all three of us in my family, my wife, myself, we are all engaged with our respective mobiles and laptops. So what is this? So we are having a stress, staying together and having a distance among us. We are not sparing the good time with my family. My child is not getting my time properly. So stress is there, and it has to be judiciously handled. The duration of online things has to be minimized to a level that can be tolerated, and we can spend at this juncture of time, we can give quality time to our family, and we can go for meditations. Certain webinars are being held on meditation and all these things, so we can go for that. But remember, don't be exposed to this online throughout the day. When we listen, or when we get engaged through this online now, there is a severe headache in the evening. So we all are getting mentally tired now, physically though not, but mentally tiredness is there, so stress is there. So minimize, reduce the level. Don't go in horde for attending webinars and all these things. We are in a horde to collect certificates and all. So be careful in doing these, all this. You give a gap, you give quality time to your children, to your family. We have beside we know that we have to learn many things, but in a horde, no, yesterday what Professor Srinath said, कि don't jump like the ship. वो भेड़ की तरह कूदने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. आपको थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा कि मुझे क्या करना है, मैंने how to handle. It depends upon you. Many of us are engaged in attending webinars every day since the last 2 months. So what is this? Why this horde? ये क्यों ऐसा है? So be careful in that. So this way you can manage your stress level.
ओके सर, नेक्स्ट अगला सवाल है हरीश कुमार महतो. प्राइमरी कक्षाओं के बच्चों के लिए ऑनलाइन शिक्षण कैसे दिया जा सकता है जिससे उनके स्वास्थ्य में भी नकारात्मक प्रभाव ना पड़े?
यही तो मैं कहा कि अभी देखिए प्राइमरी स्कूल्स, मैंने खास करके जो अंग्रेजी माध्यम के स्कूल्स हैं वो शुरू कर दे रहे हैं. मेरा बच्चा जो है क्लास 4 में है, और ये हर दिन 6 घंटा उसको मोबाइल पे स्पेंड करना पड़ेगा. तो आई एम वरीड in that sense, but there is a competition in education, so हम लोग को पढ़ा देना है. Even staying at home, he has half of his notebooks are filled up through homeworks and all. It's all right, but online classes on the mobile, in the laptop every day is not. They can go for alternative day. माने एक दिन छोड़ के एक दिन कर सकते हैं, हमेशा करने का कोई आवश्यकता नहीं. प्राइमरी बच्चों को इतना स्ट्रेस देके, प्राइमरी बच्चों को पेरेंट्स भी थोड़ा दिखा सकते हैं. तो इतना स्ट्रेस लेके उनके ऊपर 6 महीना डिले हो भी जाएगा तो क्या बिगड़ जाएगा, आप बताइए हमें. तो इट्स नॉट दैट कि प्राइमरी बच्चों को कैसे पढ़ पाए. प्राइमरी बच्चों को घर में पेरेंट्स थोड़ा हैंडल करें, और मिनिमल जितना रिक्वायरमेंट है उतना ही स्कूल से आना चाहिए होमवर्क. अगर मुझे कोई सजेशन मांगेगा तो मैं प्राइमरी स्कूल से ये सजेशन दूंगा कि डोंट गो फॉर ऑनलाइन क्लासेस डेली. You give some homework, let the student do, let the parents help, and they can go for such type of education. So it's not necessary for online class every day.
Okay, sir. Next question is from Joseph Edward Felix. All these are challenges that we all are facing, but is there any other alternative? Are there any solutions? If yes, what are they?
Now see, this situation has suddenly arisen. I mean, it has come up suddenly. So solution, now see the vaccine of corona, solution is there, but it has to be developed. Likewise, the things had to be planned properly and developed. We have learned many things in this situation, so that we'll take the help of this learning for our future endeavors, future mitigation programs. इट्स नॉट दैट कि नहीं होगा, तो हम लोग को ये सोचना पड़ेगा. वी हैव टू थिंक अपॉन, हमें मंथन करने की जरूरत है. एकाएक हम सॉल्यूशन बता देंगे कि ये है सॉल्यूशन, इट्स नॉट. नाउ सी, हम बोलेंगे कि इतना ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म से ये सॉल्यूशन है, ये क्या रियल सॉल्यूशन है? आप जरा सोचिए. इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल्स में ऐसे हो रहे हैं, वी आर गोइंग फॉर ऑल दिस थिंग्स. हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल्स में क्या हो रहे हैं, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में क्या हो रहे हैं, प्राइमरी बच्चों को कैसे पढ़ाया जा रहा है. So their percentage is much more than the private organizations. So we have to think upon at each level, from the grassroots till the apex level, we have to have thinking, lots of discussions, so that certain things can come up. Now, one of the solution, it may be that we can develop our e-content, we can develop our content like IGNO materials. We can, every institution, every university can have e-content and develop their own content, so that it can be given to the student, and we can go for a uniform curriculum throughout the country, at least throughout the state, so that we can cater in that way. At least from somewhere the student will be able to access things. So this is one of the solutions.
Okay, thank you, sir. I would like to thank Dr. Sanjeev Bhuya, sir, Professor, Department of Education, Jamshedpur Women's College, for sharing his opinion and experience and a concern towards the teacher education in this era of crisis. Sir, it was a pleasure beyond expression to hear you live today. Indeed, this must be the expression of one and all present in this webinar. With this, we come to an end of second plenary session for this two-day national webinar. To continue with it now, but not at all the least, I would like to call Mrs. Bhavya Bhushan to coordinate the next plenary session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Shainika ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
Madhuri.
you, Madhuri ma'am.
Undoubtedly, the session was too high, and the knowledge and explanation, sir, given by you was beyond praise. Moving ahead, right, in this two-day national webinar, now we are almost on the verge of this culmination, but before that, we have a very important session to go, which will make us more clear, which we teachers are really facing in our day-to-day life, which will make us more clear about this in this online mode of teaching learning era. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value, says Albert Einstein. Born and brought up in Uttar Pradesh, our next resource person, Dr. Krishnakant Tripathi, has earned maximum part of his education and qualification from his mother state, that is Uttar Pradesh. Graduate in Hindi as well as English as a subject and postgraduate in English and education. The tranquility that he carries in his personality undoubtedly reflects the impression of being great and also being associated with great throughout. He was awarded the degree of doctorate from Banaras Hindu University. He has been giving his service by being in collaboration with other institutions like SCRT Bihar, and also he has contributed immensely to the visually disabled children towards the education of those children. Member of Zonal Coordination Committee, Northeast of Rehabilitation Council of India, RCI, New Delhi. He has been associated with them for 3 years. He is the Joint Secretary of Mizoram University Teachers Association, MIZUTA 2018-20. He also holds the privilege of being the member of Executive Council of Mizoram University Teachers Association, MIZUTA 2016-18. It was a great privilege for the students of Jamshedpur since he was, after rendering his service as Assistant Professor in Education, B.Ed and M.Ed, Jamshedpur Women's College, Jamshedpur in the year 2014-15. He is presently associated with Mizoram University, enriching the Department of Education and the students over there. Thank you so much, sir. And now I welcome Dr. Krishnakant Tripathi to please take over the next plenary session where we will discuss the difference in impact of virtual classroom and real classroom. The feedback form will be provided to you in the chat box as well as on the YouTube who are visiting us live. We are streaming live over there. I'll be posting the link there. Kindly be with us throughout the session. Thank you. I request Krishnakant Tripathi sir to please take over the plenary session. Krishnakant sir, are you able to hear me? Krishnakant sir, can you hear me? Am I audible to you?
Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible. You are all audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We
Am
can
I?
hear you. Yes, sir. Perfectly fine, sir. We can hear you.
Uh, Thank you. Good afternoon to all participants of this seminar. Namaskar and Johar, Jharkhand Johar. So, at the outset, I would like to extend my heartfelt obligations to Vice Chancellor, Kolhan University Professor Gangadhar Panda ji, Dr. P.K. Pani ji, Mr. Sukhdev Mahato, Chairman of the Srinath College of Education Trust, and last but not the least, Ms. Bhavya Bhushan ji, who took me virtually to the land of Jamshedpur, which is very near to my heart, my first working place. So thank you, all of you. And among the participants, I extend my namaskar, pranam to all the teachers. I believe that most of you are teachers. And among the students, I do also extend my pranam to teachership of them. Means जो शिक्षकत्व है उनमें उनको मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ दिल से. मैं नहीं जानता कि मेरी आज की भाषा क्या है, मेरी लैंग्वेज क्या हो सकती है, but I want to reach to you. And my topic is difference between impact of real classroom and virtual classroom. So very first, many things are already informed by Professor Sanjay Bhuya ji, my senior at Jamshedpur. And I would like to go point by point, though I don't like much this PowerPoint. Earlier I was liking in starting because it's fashion, technology is a part of fashion. And when I got some feedback from students and also have some reading on use of PowerPoint, I'm avoiding PowerPoint presentation in my classroom. But thinking that I should be on the point, and I also explain the concept of virtual classroom and some developing context in the area to students of B.Ed. That's why I am with a PowerPoint here. Bhavya, can you confirm me that my presentation is visible or not?
Yes, sir. It is visible. It is
So
perfectly visible, sir.
This is my topic, difference in impact of virtual classroom and real classroom. This is, we are in extraordinary situation. So I'm not talking in this particular context of COVID-19 only. I'm just explaining all these things in the context in which we are living. So what is our context? Just you may be aware of that and may not be, I don't know. But this is happening around us. So increase in digital technology in its access. Yesterday I was listening to officers of university and Professor Ashish Srivastava sir also, it is explained that we have a digital gap, digital divide is there in the society. But I was also checking online that how much uh, smartphone users we have and how much students in higher education we have. It is smartphone users are much more than the students in higher education in India. So I'm not going to particularly number exactly, but that is my concept, and I believe that students in higher education are having a smartphone. So that's also increasing the demand. Though situation is varying in rural degree colleges and tribal area degree colleges, but smartphone you can see in the hands of daily laborers, and they are watching, they are using for different purposes. Increase awareness of democratic rights and role of education. This is a big issue, and that we can discuss in a separate topic or separate seminar, but you can understand by this point that everyone want to be highly educated. I have right to be I have right to get admission in a degree college in a university, and I know that this education changed my future. Higher percentage of adult population, so this population is which is needs education and training, so that's also demanding some infrastructural increment. Target to achieve 50% enrollment in higher education by 2035. This is government goal to achieve 50% enrollment in higher education. So UGC demand of 20% credit of all courses should be online. I think very first later direction we received in 2015-16. It's not a new thing that UGC wants all courses. Means in B.Ed we have 24-25 courses. All 20% of all courses should be online. Universities in India granted permission to offer degree courses fully online. This is a news in February 2020, as per the new budget of India. And as per my information, 6 universities are granted. One is MT University. So they will, nowadays we are offering courses only like certificate course or part of the course and diploma courses, but not degree courses. So now Indian University will provide full online degree course, BA, BSc, MA. The MOOC year of 2012. This is New York Times already declared 2012 as the year of MOOC. So you can understand how situation is developing and how we are surrounded by the technology and demand of technological initiative in education. 63% top university of world will offer fully online degree by 2030. So not only this COVID-19, this is the environment created across the globe that we should have online degree and we should increase. And this is all about, this is for increasing enrollment in numbers and also developing some skills and knowledge among the youth. So that's why online courses are required. Another aspect of this online and virtual universities and virtual classrooms is surge in educational corporate. They have different type of services, different type of products like educational consultancy, exams, content. Without promoting any company, if I don't know, this is the limitation of virtual classroom. Hereby I'm informing you that I don't know what you want, what you don't want. Should I give the name of universities and sorry, companies who are dealing with a particular kind of service, or should I leave it? So I'm leaving it for the timing. You can search online. Google is everything now. Softwares and hardwares companies, they are offering different type of software for educational training, teaching and teaching learning management. Online courses are offered by different uh, companies. Online learning management systems are offering their services. Originality, integrity, control services in education, like you can check assignment with the help of these softwares and online services. And also you can check the originality of the content, like by your research scholars, project work of the students. So different type of educational companies are dealing and selling their products. So this is also creating environment that you all teachers should use that. And now we are in the world of consumer. This is age of consumers, no? So 21st century, everything is sold out. Even I don't know, I have to purchase that. I don't need, I don't know anything, I have to purchase that. And it is happening everywhere. And institutional level, we are purchasing something which is not required, and when it is required, we don't have. And this is exceptional context, that is COVID-19 situation, physical distancing, and we have to stay at home and learn from home. So all these things are creating environment for virtual classroom and online learning. So many things are shared and explained by Professor Bhaiya. We are in very difficult situation. And in the last time I tell you what I am doing at the university level here, we are also required to, it is good to connect with the student in this difficult situation and make them and motivate them to learn. But we have target to achieve, like private companies. This is excuse me, Bhavya, are you listening me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have put me as a co-host, so I'm getting message who are entering in waiting room.
Okay, sir.
Or either immediately you accept them or you put me out.
Sir, I will be doing it. I will be doing it, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Sorry for
So
that.
is
I'll be
coming.
doing it.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
What is virtual? I have bring this content, and I think that I will be dealing with some BEd students or teachers who have done uh, their qualifications in teacher education much before this scenario. When I started my research work as a PhD student, virtual, we were just knowing this, what the concept of virtual. Now we are dealing in virtual world. Even we have different persona, real Krishkant and virtual Krishkant. So virtual is too much. It's a buzzword now. So what is meaning of virtual? So as far as essential qualities or facts are concerned, so something which is having essential quality, may not be all qualities. Effective with respect to inherent natural qualities, like real classroom, as much that effective, the virtual classroom should also be effective, then it will be called classroom. Being something in essence or effect, though not actually or in fact. So you should have a meaning here, and you should understand this is not a real thing but real life thing. Virtual classroom may be asynchronous and synchronous. Earlier we were dealing with asynchronous classrooms. Nowadays we have synchronous services, and it was also explained by uh, Professor Ramakant Mohalik yesterday, that where we can talk in real-time situation with the students, and students can question, I can question, and we can immediately respond each other. So that is called synchronous, just in layman language. So content, audio, video, text uploading on the website, like we are dealing, I am using Moodle based service of Mizoram University to upload my PPTs, videos, books, whatever content I have and upload, I'm just sharing with the students. That is asynchronous type situation, and I can conduct examination, online evaluation is there. I can make a quiz, I can make a different type of quiz like filling blanks and optional multiple choice. So an information system. I have different courses online, 5-6 courses for my students in the Mizoram University, and in which course students are lagging behind and which are students which are not logging in. So after this lockdown, means we have seen before the implementation of lockdown at nationwide, government of Mizoram already started lockdown before 2-3 days, and so we had sent our students to their homes, and this is a typical area. Topography is very different, and this is affecting networking also. My students are in remote areas and hill areas, rural areas. So even many of them are not able to surf online to MW website. So we are also having different options like informing CR about some tools and sharing text material through WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is anyhow getting network, because I don't know what is background of that system, but WhatsApp can run in low frequency, low bandwidth, but surfing online through a browser is difficult in low internet. So information system, I am having that my students are logging in or not logging in, and I can give a message to my student through that online virtual classroom portal. So other things are which I am not having the access to my institutional support. Video conferencing, I can do videos different, but not by a Moodle based platform. Video conferencing is a different issue. We are recording videos, sharing with the students, and like Zoom and Cisco, Webex, Google Meet, different softwares are used personally by different teachers. Institutionally, we are having Zoom service, so that's used for webinar, not by the classroom, not for the classroom, by the teachers. So different tools are used for video conferencing, but there are some virtual classroom softwares and online support system where you can use all together, like video conferencing, online whiteboard. One type of whiteboard was demonstrated by Professor Mohalik yesterday, and I think you know the concept of online whiteboard. Instant messaging, that's you can see everywhere, help desk, participation control, breakout rooms. Even this Zoom is having breakout room facility. I think you are knowing all these things. Breakout room means we have 419 participants right now. We can divide in 4 or 5 groups. Even Zoom can allow you to make 50 groups of all these participants. We can discuss each other on a particular topic, and then we can come back to this session of main room, and all these facilities are available in virtual classrooms. Advantages of virtual classroom: dynamic learning and interactivity. This is there may be same things may come in advantages and disadvantages. So these are contextual things. And dynamic learning and interactivity means in virtual classroom is teachers giving some task and students are responding immediately, and like yesterday Professor Malik demonstrated some quizzes. So students are active with the help of computer and machine. So it is making them work. So it's not like a real classroom situation. They are sitting and listening teacher. So when I'm making side of virtual classroom, I'm comparing a poor classroom in real situation. When I am, if we are to be judicious, we have to compare model classroom, a model teacher in the classroom, and model virtual classroom. So whenever you will find some books on virtual classroom and this website content on virtual classroom, you will find that they are comparing that here students are more active, but it's not a reality. Collaborative learning, students like this breakout rooms. You can make group online and students can do assignment online. That is also one model of collaborative learning. Students control and choice. Students have their choice and self-pacing, so they can choose what time they want to. It is in a synchronous system, but in synchronous system, when I am speaking and students have to come that time, so time choice and student control is not there. Variety of content is there, like video, text, audio, pictures, many things you can share. So sometimes it's creating what to say, over access of material for the students. Psychologically safe environment. It is claimed that it is also, I support this fact that in the classroom, many students are not asking question, even they have the question in their mind. And also, if you are asking question to make them active in the classroom, they are not answering you because of hesitation. Though they know the answer, what you want to get from them. This is shyness, and this is not a defect of real classroom. This is a defect of the system we are running here. Since our childhood, we are trained in the society like that. If you are not speaking before elders and you are very good and disciplined, and teachers are also developing that culture in the school. So they are coming from school. So in my class, B.Ed. M.Ed. students are also try to be silent. If they want to, even sometimes they are also having fear of social bullying. So they are coming after class to the concerned teacher's room and they are discussing particular issue. So sometimes online student can ask question anytime and text teacher their facilities. So it is called psychologically safe environment for a student. And moreover, it is can be termed in the context that we are sitting at home at our comfort place with our all facilities. If I am hungry, I can eat now. I can do whatever I want. I can talk in my room by doing something else, just putting my video mode switch off, and I will be talking to you by doing something with manually. I can do something. So it is a safe environment. I am behind the computer, not before you. So you cannot do anything. Even something happening is still now and yesterday I observed. So this is not much safe. And I will tell you later on again. So virtual classroom versus real classroom. So what is real in virtual classroom? Students are real, teachers are real, content is also real, but environment is not real. You can recall John Dewey's three education process as a three-dimensional process: teacher, student, and curriculum environment. So environment plays a particular role, and I think it is not difficult to understand, and it's not a matter of debate that environment is not having a role in learning. Even we need a particular type of environment. We call it no in Hindi, mahal banne dijiye. We cannot do anything without mahal. So this Professor Bhaiya also accelerated the issue that every time at the time of school or delivery, at the time of delivery by the teacher, student may not be ready at home. They may be cooking and they may be having different tasks at hand. So mentally they are not ready to listen you. So it is not a good environment for learning. And just go back, if a family environment was good, why society has established these schools and different institutions? We need a particular type of environment for particular type of activity. Even for worshipping, we are going to temple, mosque, church for our, because we need a particular type of environment. So we cannot concentrate for God, we cannot concentrate for study in any situation. So environment is a big factor which is lacking in virtual situation. Limitations. In virtual classroom, we are reading and listening words only. And I'm not dealing with technology, and I'm not expert of this topic, what I'm dealing here. I'm dealing with language in Mizoram University. And in Jamshedpur, I was dealing with psychology of education. So I believe in this, and words not having meaning. By a very silly example, I can tell you, there is one place in Jamshedpur, Mango. If I am writing Mango, student may read it mango, mango, or if by mistake it's a space, it will be mango. So words are even the same word. This is like a misinterpretation. I already told you it's a silly example. Whatever I am writing in my book, that cannot be understood by you in the same uh, temper, and same meaning cannot be grasped by you in any situation. When you will be moved in like the author's mood, you can understand the author. So words are having different meaning. Now we are having an education, earlier it was not, discourse analysis, it is sociological philosophical term, and in linguistics also. So what the words I am using, it is not, meaning is not attached to the words only, meanings are attached to the situation also. I may support virtual classroom in one situation, I may not support virtual classroom in another situation. So missing social psychological discourse. So meanings are interpreted in psychological and sociological situation. So what I want to convey, it may not be reaching to you in virtual situation. Because if I would have been seeing your faces in real situation, I can change my language, I can correct myself where I am failing to convey my message. Content quality, like present situation is very difficult to accept. All kind of content is uploaded on YouTube, uploaded on different platforms. Everyone is online teachers. First, here I want to make it clear that in this situation we have two type of teachers: virtual teachers and real teachers. It's not something like handling of technology. My one friend, and he's quite junior like my younger brother, he's a expert of computer science, and I talked to him what you are doing and what softwares you are using. He said, I am not using anything, I am not going to do anything in this situation, I am real classroom teacher. So we cannot say that he's not computer savvy or techno savvy. He's already PhD in computer science, and he's dealing with B.Ed and M.Ed students, but he's not interested to do online. Because even many times I felt that what PowerPoint I'm sharing with my students, I made it for classroom. So I was modifying when I was before uploading. I was making it more clear for my students during before uploading to online virtual situation, because it should be kind of self-learning material. And how to develop self-learning material, it's also having different psychological context. So, and technological context we have to understood before doing all these things. So all teachers should not do this online teaching. Even I'm also not good in online teaching. So even students are having problem, irritation, and I believe, and I have also some reading in that online teaching attention span is very low. And like one question came in the session of Professor Bhuya. Here, my stand is that for online teaching for primary students, I will say not at all. If the students, let them grow, let them do whatever they want to do at home. It should not be, it's happening only in private sector because they have to pay teachers, their situation is different and they have to collect fee from parents. So they have to show some activities. I think everything parents should pay if it is not a extreme difficulty to them. If somebody is not jobless in this situation, teachers should be paid by the administration, but students should not be tortured by this kind of services. Even I came to know that through my friend that one school is teaching how to play cricket online. So I don't know what kind of development, the physical development they are doing through this virtual services. Issues and limitation, we discussed that it is safe and psychologically safe, but cyber crimes and cyber bullying is much, and that's why Government of India given advisory not to use Zoom services. But Zoom improved some things in their services, and now again we are using. And you can also see some uh, drawing is going on my PowerPoint. This is again a security threat by some hackers. And yesterday I saw some other images. And not only this, when I am teaching online, you can text anything for me. And I have seen one world class level professor was delivering in one webinar, and one participant continuously bullying, calling and using abusive language. It was a big disturbance, and he was texting frequently in message box. So I don't know what kind of participants we are getting and what is their intention. Frankly speaking, my intention is not to just to be a speaker in webinar. Before Bhavya's call, I got some call from my friends, but I said no, because my orientation is different. But here, I love to be with my students. I love to be with Jamshedpur people. Though it is globally connected, many states are participating, but I believe that I am in Jamshedpur. That's why I said, yes, I will be online. So many things are happening. Bullying and cyber crimes we are prone to cyber crimes. Lack of supervision, it's two kind. Teachers cannot supervise the students in online class properly. And parents also cannot supervise students how much they are reading. And there are so many memes during lockdown. We saw videos, teachers are delivering, students are sleeping. So many things are there. So exposure and easy access to undesirable content. So it is known by all of us that when we are going to read something, we are moving to something else by flash up of something, advertisement or something like that. And not only flash up, it is a old study. I read it in around 2010 and 12. 60–70% use of laptop, computer, and ICT sources are for entertainment by the students. And only 25–30% students, means if I have a laptop, I will use 70% for entertainment and 25–30% for my academic purpose. Even my one student in Ample studied e-learning resources and uses by Mizoram University students, and students are having 90% students are using Facebook and WhatsApp, but not academic sources. And many departments having computer lab dedicated to their subject with resources for their particular subject. But after classes, they are moving home. They don't have time to be there in that laboratory or library uh, to spend time of books. My students are not a good reader, and nowadays this is issue everywhere. So online services and access to everything has also created problem in the classroom. Sometimes we are required to control students not to use WhatsApp and Facebook during the time of lecture. So that is different topic, but exposure and easy access to undesirable, even desirable thing, we are unable to focus on something. We are unable to focus on one topic. Even during webinar, I found some of my friends attending meeting. They are attending webinar at a time. They are attending a departmental meeting at a time. They are having another activities during same time. So focus is missing. What I want to learn, that is not purpose of virtual things. Certification is purpose of virtual thing. Even I will discuss these things later on again. Less chance of questioning, probing, and brainstorming and directing thinking of the students. Where students should focus at a particular topic. In real classroom, teachers are directing students to focus at that place. But in virtual classroom, questions are there, but probing is not there. Brainstorming is not there. It's up to now, whatever technology we have, it is not possible to direct the students thinking to particular direction in virtual mode. Validity of evaluation in virtual setting. I think you can believe it. Nowadays, some workshops and webinars conducting quizzes, and they are uh, setting quizzes on the basis of presentation. You can take photos of this presentation and you can do the quiz easily. Even online courses offered by different platforms, Coursera, edX, they have no guarantee of uh, fair evaluation. That's why in some courses offered at Swayam platform under Arpit, they are having institutional evaluation. Though it is online evaluation, but it will not be in your home, it will not be in your department, it will be at a particular examination center. So evaluation is not possible in virtual setting. It may be ICT based evaluation, it may be online evaluation, but not, and if it is online, it will be certainly objective. So at the level of university teachers, Arpit courses are for university teachers, and they are passing course by just online evaluation, multiple choice type of evaluation. I think that is not the purpose. Cognitive development is not a purpose of higher education. This is a research-based finding that lack of engagement and feeling of isolation was found. One side is that we are connected to each other, but I am isolated. I am feeling alone here. So that is a limitation, big limitation of virtual classroom. Real classroom. As we already discussed that environment, role of environment. So environment for better interaction. This is one component of teaching process. And this is 20th century research finding, and it is by great psychologist. I would like to inform here, not exactly the year of the finding, it may be around 70s or 80s. 70% of the teachers who are leaving job in their first years, like after 1 year of joining, I will leave this profession. After 2 years of joining, I will leave this profession. So who are leaving the profession They are not leaving because they are hating students. They are not leaving because they are not good in their content and knowledge. They are not leaving because they are not good in communication. 70% teachers are leaving the job because they are unable to handle classroom environment. They are unable to manage the classroom. So classroom is a big factor where learning is occurring. So this better environment for better learning is possible only in the real classroom. Second point is very crystal clear that development of character and socialization, as nowadays we have more emphasis on sociological perspective in education. Our philosophy is out from B.Ed and sociology in every paper. So according to sociological perspectives, education is nothing just a process of socialization. So if we are teaching in virtual classroom, that is not possible. And if we are developing students in virtual classroom, they will not be good for real society. They may be good for virtual society. And this is again another burning issue, that what is happening to new generation. Birthday party, see a birthday party, and you will invite investors and they will be busy with their mobile phone. No social interaction. I have seen many meetings, even meetings of university professors, who is supposed to deliver, that person is only delivering and other are busy with mobile phone. So they are always in virtual world. I don't know what is necessity of this, but this situation will not give a good society. And we are on sociological context, we are going down. Strategic handling of situational process. We know it. It is a established fact that teaching is a very situational process, and nobody can give a manual how to teach. We are in teacher training. We are claiming that is my professional limitation and professional, what to say, professional secret, that I will make you learn how to teach, but that's not possible. Teaching is very situational, and in virtual classroom, I cannot handle many situations, though many things are handled by the platform service providing company to handle my classroom interaction, monitoring of the students. Still, I cannot handle their learning. I cannot make them learn. I cannot make them understand what I want to make them understand. So that is a limitation, very big limitation of virtual situation. Many things, small things are having an impact in real situation. Sometimes teacher questions important. Sometimes teachers delivery is important. Sometimes teachers pause is important. One side we are talking of constructivism. Another side we are talking of virtual. I think this is mismatch. Virtual is only for information sharing. We cannot make them learn. We cannot, as a facilitator, teacher should create environment. That is new concept of teacher. How we are facilitating? We are just making environment so that my learner can construct the knowledge. They can understand what is the reality. And I have to be silent sometimes. That is more important. Student-student interaction, this is established fact. The real teaching is that, the best teaching is that when students are talking to students on the topic, not the teacher. Teacher just throwing the topic in the classroom and leading the directing the students, and students are discussing on the topic. That is called the real teaching. That is called a best teaching. So that is not possible in virtual situation till now. Technology is growing everywhere, every day, and it is taught that how to make virtual better than real because it's cost effective. Once I can teach to many campuses of Mizoram University by sitting here. So once it is costly, but when we have the setup, it will be cost effective. It is cheaper than the salary of the teacher. So student interaction is requirement. Otherwise, if I'm teaching through virtual mode, I can reach to more than 50 students, but it will not be a job of teacher. It will be a job of radio jockey or television anchor. So if it is requirement of the day to make teachers use such kind of technology efficiently, we have to contact mass communication department, not the teacher education department, so that our teachers should be good anchor and radio jockey. Teachers can accelerate equilibration. I think you can connect with the concept of equilibration in Piaget's theory. Teacher's role is not only to bring equilibrium. I believe that you are knowing, all of you are knowing, most of you are teacher educator. Piaget given a concept of equilibration, that is psychological need of cognitive balance. So it is not only that teachers should, what is equilibration? I would like to explain for my dear students here that it is continuous process of equilibrium and disequilibrium. That is called equilibration. Equilibrium and equilibration is not same. So teachers sometimes bring a student to equilibrium. So they should be cognitively satisfied that they know. And need of knowing, you know it better. If I will say, don't touch these things, you will certainly touch that in my absence. You want to know why I have said, don't touch it. So teacher is required to bring equilibrium and also disequilibrium. That you can understand by introducing the topic what we are dealing in teacher training. Teachers sometimes required to generate the need of knowledge among the student. That is called development of disequilibrium. So sometimes also I am also doing in the classroom, giving a conflicting situation to my students. The students are looking a match face and I am saying, let us be confused. If you will not be confused, we will not explore further. So sometimes teachers are required to motivate students by confusing them so that they should come to a solution. It's also related to problem solving method. And further, if you want to know, you can read one paper by great Professor D.N. Sansanwal, Jerk Technology. So that is also related to equilibration. And I will quote Professor Sansanwal only for us partially, like what is Jerk Technology? We are traveling Jamshedpur to Ranchi by bus and I am sleeping. I am enjoying my ride. I'm not seeing what is happening around, what trees are there outside of at the roadside and what villages I am passing through. So I have no view of that. But suddenly I got a jerk. Then I will know where I reached. So that is jerk technology. Sometimes jerk is required for the students so that they should not sleep in the classroom. So that is happening only in real situation, not a virtual situation. I cannot give you a jerk. Only situation may give you a jerk, like some flaw in technology. Can we go with or without one of that? Real classroom or because sometimes we are getting a reaction that virtual is not possible because it is human tendency to maintain status quo, and we are trained in a particular situation, and after 40 and 50 I'm not ready to learn new things. So I may say no, virtual is not good. Or if I am good virtually, it is found not exactly through discussion with many exponents that there are two kind of teachers who are good in classroom situation and who are not good in classroom situation. They are found very good in online during this COVID-19. So there, that is their strength. So we have two kind of situations. So can we have one? I think no. Real classroom, virtual classroom, we have to find a embedded situation that we can make a mixing of both. And there's some already popular things like ICT integration. This is a government initiative in teaching and learning. Blended learning already highlighted by Professor Bhuiyan. Flipped classrooms, it is a flip means just making it reverse. What is happening in the classroom that may happen at home. Teacher should not provide information only. Teacher can give a video or some material online to students. They can learn it at home, and they, when they are coming to classroom, they can discuss deeper the issues behind and context of that thing in the classroom. So flipped classroom, I think it is best thing now. Better training of teachers in curriculum designing. We have a lot of things online, but very poor quality. Only I may believe some government universities like IGNOU, but I also found some mistake in learning material like printing or something. And what I know that I'm writing on my topic, that is situation, and all things are happening very far. Like government said, your budget will be lapsed if you are not developing content and producing your curriculum by March 31st. So anyhow, whomsoever I am getting, I am asking that person just write a unit for my curriculum. And what he is knowing, that is written. So we don't have a systematic development procedure of development of curriculum. Again, our teachers are very poor in development of curriculum. So curriculums are developed by bureaucrats, not by the teacher exactly. That's my knowledge. After having participation in different curriculum development procedures, I can say this is not a teacher output at present, but it should be teacher output. And our teachers in B.Ed and M.Ed in different institutions, curriculum designing and development theories are poorly dealt in our teacher education system. So our teachers are not knowing the importance of learning how to design curriculum. Again, there are different theories for e-content development. So I think both kind of trainings to be incorporated and should be assimilated in B.Ed curriculum so that we can have a good curriculum developer for future. Better training to handle ICT in education. It's all again highlighted by Professor Bhuiyan that everyone in teacher education system and even school system is not good to handle ICT resources. My own example, I can tell you that through my hostel life, I have been, though I am a student of literature, I did my MA English, I came to education. So I have never been a student of physics and any other like computer science course, but I have been serving as a serviceman in my hostel life to my juniors, seniors. And when I joined in here Mizoram University, my HOD found that I should be ICT in charge of ICT lab. So that is only handling, but I'm not good. It is just trial and error. Computer is self-teaching machine, so everyone can know what to do. But what is the basic developing of software and just modifying softwares for our particular use. I don't know. I'm not good. And if I'm dealing with ICT, so just see the situation in higher education. We have many problems, not only ICT, but we have to deal one by one. Big question of infrastructure, ICT infrastructure, power equity, especially in rural areas. How many hours power you get, power supply. Jamshedpur maybe 24 hours, but Chaivesa maybe 4 hours, 8 hours power cut. I don't know exactly, just I'm imagining as per the situation. ICT solution services in rural settings. Computers are provided to rural schools, but nobody is there to connect the CPU and monitor. Institutional support for ICT. If as a teacher, I have to handle situation to develop videos, who is supposed to purchase software for the video recording and video editing and producing? Where is technical support? Who should edit the video? As per my experience, if I have content, it will take 12 to 13 hours to record a video and edit and produce on YouTube with ready content. So I need a expert in operating, editing, and production. So university in degree colleges are not having studios. Some open universities are having studios, but they don't have any technical expert to run that studio. So teachers are supposed to be in charge of particular studio, and they are supposed to deal with everything. So teachers are taken as a multitasking staff from primary to higher education. So even their ruling of Supreme Court and also a Right to Education Act not use teacher for multitasking, but still we are multitasking. So this is our situation, and there are so many things I was thinking to talk on this and that, but to be systematic, and I would like to stop here, and further if any question will stimulate me, I will go ahead in my discussion. Thank you. Dhanyawad. These are virtual platforms. There are so many, hundreds of, which are used, and some were demonstrated by Professor Mohalik. So I put in the last. So thank you everyone for patience and listening me.
Thank you, sir. Coming to the end of this plenary session, after your such inspirational speech, I would request Mrs. Jayashree Singh, co-host for this plenary session. She will be heading ahead with the interaction session of this plenary. I would now request Jayashree Singh ma'am to please go ahead with the interaction session.
नमस्कार सभी को, धन्यवाद मैडम, धन्यवाद सर। आपने आभासीय कक्षा और वास्तविक कक्षा के प्रभाव में अंतर पर अपना बहुमूल्य विचार हमसे साझा किया, जो हम सभी के लिए लाभकारी है। विषय संबंधित कई प्रश्न हमारे प्रतिभागी शिक्षाविदों ने पूछा है, उनकी कुछ जिज्ञासाएं हैं। मैं एक एक करके उनके प्रश्नों को आपके समक्ष रख रही हूँ। पहला प्रश्न डॉक्टर राजेश प्रमाणिक का है, व्हाट इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इन एजुकेशन?
Sir, future, if we want to see the future in India, we can see the present in USA. They have even other countries like Finland and some other, they have robots in classroom, but to assist the teacher, not replace the teacher. And they have in America, computer and student ratio is 1:1. If I have 30 students in my classroom, I have 30 computers in the lab. But here in India, till now, I can tell from my own department, I have 30 computer lab, but I have around 400 students. It will increase this year again. So computer and student ratio is very less, but in developed country, it is much higher, but still they are depending on teachers. So technology will be developing, that is the speed of technology, but we have to develop again. We have to be good developer of content. We have to good anchor of delivering online. We have to be radio jockey teacher. Earlier we were studying that teaching is a different role, playing different roles, like a judge, like a policeman, like a mother, like a different roles. But here in this 21st century, we have to play like a teacher, we have to play like a leader, we have to play like bureaucrat, we have to play like a technician to develop content, and we have to play like anchor also.
धन्यवाद सर। दूसरा प्रश्न विनय सांडिले का है, श्रीनाथ कॉलेज फॉर एजुकेशन से। हाउ द इंस्पायरिंग पर्सनालिटी ऑफ द टीचर अफेक्ट द स्टूडेंट थ्रू वर्चुअल क्लास?
Personality of the teacher, I don't think it's having any relation with personality. If whatever role of wording of teachers means, if my words having some motivation for you, that is role of words, not my own. My personality and my persona is not before you, so I cannot impact for. And personality is also very big and complex term. So what you mean by personality, first I have to understand before answering. So if you have anything like I can present something and you can learn that, and that is part of your learning, is also improving personality. So what you call personality? Smartphone users are smart really? I don't think. And we are tougher now. We are exposing 2-year, 3-year kids to a smartphone, and we are feeling that they are engaged, and we are also explaining that they have learned drawing by smartphone. But what is the development, their social development, their emotional development? Personality is including all on development, no? All aspect, as already explained by Professor Srivastava yesterday: cognitive, psychomotor, and affective.
Yes, sir.
So cognitive may be affecting, but not psychomotor, and partially, not affective, and psychomotor partially. So I think I answered, but I don't believe you are satisfied. So if you want, you can raise again.
ओके सर, धन्यवाद सर। अगला प्रश्न आरती कुमारी का है। उन्होंने पूछा है, रियल क्लासरूम के माध्यम से एक शिक्षक छात्रों के फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन के माध्यम से उनका आकलन कर लेते हैं, वह कंटेंट को समझे हैं या नहीं, पर वर्चुअल क्लासरूम में बहुत ऐसे छात्र हैं जो अपने वीडियो और ऑडियो को अनम्यूट कर लेते हैं। ऐसे में शिक्षक छात्रों का आकलन कैसे कर सकते हैं?
That is limitation of virtual classroom. ऐसे में आकलन आप पेरेंट्स को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि वो इंश्योर करें कि their wards should attend your classroom. That is limitation of virtual classroom. That's I highlighted here. That was in my mind when I was discussing the topic. So I can mute my voice, and I can, if you're calling me to attend a meeting, and I may say that I was not having internet connectivity, how can I attend a meeting? So can you do something? No. And you cannot verify that how much internet I was having yesterday when I had not attended your meeting. So that is limitation. You don't have control from that side. There is one wall between us. I think the person is answered. Hello.
हाँ,
Am I
धन्यवाद
audible?
सर। यस सर, धन्यवाद सर। अगला प्रश्न डॉक्टर राजेश का है। उन्होंने ये पूछा है कि व्हाट आर द करेंट ट्रेंड इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी एंड ई लर्निंग प्रोजेक्ट।
E-learning projects, current trends.
या सर।
So by visiting different companies, you can see what kind of animated things are available in market and in educational technology, and government also emphasizing on different things, developing online resources, developing online courses, NCRT, IGNU, MHRT itself by different branches. We are in the jungle of technological advancement in education. So what is useful for you, you have to choose as a teacher. That is, here teacher is a decision maker to use technology. It's not one thing that PowerPoint that I can present, I can have, I can learn. We have different uses. Even you can develop PowerPoint by third party. Just put your content online and you will get a PowerPoint. You have to purchase softwares. You can have a video by third party by giving your content. You can have a voice of third person. So different things are available in the market. And what is current trend? Online courses, online resources. So online means blended learning is the trend now, and in the classroom also. And very first I failed to inform you during my presentation what I thought. In our context, we have to understand our context as a teacher, because earlier teacher was everything: lawyer in the village, doctor in the village, counselor in the village. But because teacher was only the source of information, but information students are already having from different sources. So that is not job of teacher now. Information student can get from books, media and social media, TV, cartoon, many things. But what is teacher's job? To make a decision which is good for student, which is bad for student. So teacher has to decide. In the flow of this talk, I forget something. So that is, I was talking about the context. I am living in context when students are online. 24-hour students are online. So if I want to talk to my students, I have to go online. I am creating WhatsApp groups so that I can talk to my students because they're not talking in the classroom. I am going on institutional Facebook. I am going on different media so that I can see my students what they are involved in, where they are spending their time, so that I can suggest, so that they can spend some time on studies. Reading issues are very pathetic condition nowadays. Libraries are spending crores every year, but teacher and students are not going.
Yes, sir.
I can give my example myself. From last 2 years, I am getting Best Library User Award in teacher category from my institution, because my librarian wants that we should visit. But even last year, second time when I was informed by librarian, I said, no, madam, it should be given to second person. Every year I should not get. I reduced my visit to library this year. Again, people will laugh. Only one person is getting that award. Reading and writing is our main concern, not ICT, sir. And in 2008, I read an article in University News. It was by an administrator. It was reflecting that university and college teachers are not able to write an extempore application without mistake. So real issues in India are literacy issues. We are lagging behind in language education, not in science and mathematics education. We have good engineers, we have good doctors, we have good scientists, and they are working globally. You can see the percentage of Indian scientists in America and UK. So we are not suffering. We are not having a problem of science education, mathematics education, where we are highlighting nationally. We are focusing in our policies. We are lagging behind in literacy education. Our students are unable to read properly, unable to understand what is written, unable to write what they should write. We are getting all the same thing in evaluation. What I taught in the classroom, that PowerPoint presentation I given to my students, they asked, I cannot say no, and the same thing they are writing, I am evaluating myself. My one colleague given all students 8 marks out of 10. How can I fail my own students who are writing my own words? So real issue is literacy issue. So we should focus. I request my colleagues, my fellows in the system, my students, prospective teachers, focus on literacy. That's why NCT started one course, language across the curriculum in B.Ed. Next, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. One more question is there. This question has come from Sadaf Zama, Department of English, Saudi Arabia. Does the technology appeal to different learning styles, allowing students to produce, not just consume knowledge and information?
Bhavya, I got your question partially. If I am not correct, you can correct me because voice was coming to me in breaking style and echo was also there.
Sir, do you want me to repeat the question?
Please repeat it.
Yes, sir. She is Sadaf Zama, lecturer from Department of English, Saudi Arabia. She is asking, does the technology appeal to different learning styles, allowing students to produce, not just consume, knowledge and information?
Here, I should go with the side of technology. It is really, it appeals to different learning styles. It was also in my presentation that self-pacing and students having a freedom, and students, if they are a producer, not consumer only, it will be a better situation. But in present scenario, students are consumer of technology. Even teachers are also consumer of technology in present scenario. I'm talking in Indian scenario. I don't know the Arabian scenario. You may have better situation, or I cannot compare the both because I have no exposure to Arabian schools and university system. So this is a positive side of technology. What is asked, it is self-explanatory that it is catering to differentiated need of the students, and it is having that much power.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Hello. Sir,
Yes,
am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your vision. We don't have any more as such queries. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your vision on this visual and real classroom situation, especially in this time of crisis when, in spite of we have all the resources, but still we do not have anything. I mean, to be in an era of unlimited resources, still to be with
This
limited.
is exceptional, Bhavya, excuse me. This is exceptional situation. And I agree with the situation. We should use technology, whatever level we can use, without regarding any capacity in use of technology. And this is positive side. I criticize technology a lot because I was given a topic to compare. That's why I criticize. I'm also a good user of technology in education. So that is technology I am talking to you. It may be difficult. It may take 5-10 years to visit Srinath College of Education in Jamshedpur. Since after joining here, I visited once only to Jamshedpur, and I was trying from last 2 years to visit, but I could not do. So this is the beauty and quality of technology that I visited Jamshedpur. Thank you, all of you, your team and administration and authorities of your university. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful session, sir. Undoubtedly, every piece of knowledge that you shared with us was beyond praise and beyond any word of appreciation would be, thank you would be too less to convey my feelings towards you, sir. For the participants, I would now like to request you that I have already messaged, I've already sent the feedback form in your chat box, as well as I've posted it on the YouTube live. The feedback form will be made live, will be made acceptable after 10 or 15 minutes. Kindly fill it, and it will be made, we will be accepting it after 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. So, dear and respected participants, traversing through the gallery of experiences and knowledge, we have finally reached the culmination, the final ending point of this two-day national webinar. But nothing ends till we have the gist of it. So, in this two-day national webinar, I would now request the Chief Organizing Secretary of this two-day national webinar, the Head of Department, Mr. Dhananjay Mathur sir, to please present the valedictory address for this two-day national webinar.
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है मैम?
यस सर, आ रही है, आ रही है।
आदरणीय कोल्हान विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर गंगाधर पंडा सर, कुलानुशासक डॉक्टर ए.के. झा सर, कोल्हान विश्वविद्यालय के कुलसचिव डॉक्टर एस.एन. सिंह सर, परीक्षा नियंत्रक डॉक्टर पी.के. पानी सर, इस 2 दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय वेबिनार के बीच वक्ता डॉक्टर आशीष श्रीवास्तव सर, रिसोर्स पर्सन डॉक्टर रमाकांत मौलिक सर, डॉक्टर संजय भूया सर, डॉक्टर के त्रिपाठी सर एवं उपस्थित सभी प्रतिभागीगण, इस वैश्विक महामारी ने शिक्षा का क्षेत्र हो या अन्य क्षेत्र, सभी क्षेत्रों को प्रत्यक्ष रूप से प्रभावित किया है। इसी परिस्थिति में शिक्षा का क्षेत्र में तकनीकी एक सहायक संसाधन के रूप में प्रयोग किया जा रहा है। विद्यालय से लेकर के विश्वविद्यालय तक तकनीकी के सहयोग से शिक्षा प्रदान की जा रही है। वैसे तो शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में तकनीकी बहुत पहले ही आ चुकी है, लेकिन इसका वास्तविक प्रयोग इस कोविड-19 के समय हुआ है। इस 2 दिवसीय राष्ट्रीय वेबिनार के बीच वक्ता ने भी अपने वक्तव्य में तकनीकी के ऊपर प्रकाश डालते हुए कहा कि जिस प्रकार से विद्यालय स्तर से लेकर विश्वविद्यालय स्तर तक ऑनलाइन शिक्षा दी जा रही है, यह एक सराहनीय कार्य है। हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन डॉक्टर रमाकांत मौलिक सर ने अपने सेशन के दौरान पीपीटी प्रेजेंटेशन के द्वारा यह बताने की कोशिश की कि शिक्षक को विषयी ज्ञान के साथ साथ तकनीकी ज्ञान का भी होना आवश्यक है, क्योंकि तकनीकी केवल ऑनलाइन कक्षा में ही प्रयोग नहीं होता है, बल्कि वास्तविक कक्षा को प्रभावी, रुचिकर एवं आकर्षक बनाने के लिए भी प्रयुक्त की जा सकती है। साथ ही ऑनलाइन कक्षा को किस प्रकार से वास्तविक कक्षा में परिवर्तित किया जा सकता है, इसका भी उल्लेख उन्होंने अपने पीपीटी प्रेजेंटेशन के द्वारा दिखाए। उन्होंने यह भी बताया कि किस प्रकार हम लोग तकनीकी के सहयोग से शिक्षण कार्य, परीक्षा या प्रशासनिक कार्य को भी संपादित कर सकते हैं। डॉक्टर संजय भूया सर ने अपने वक्तव्य में अध्यापक शिक्षा के लिए ऑनलाइन शिक्षण कितने उपयोगी है, इसका पीपीटी प्रेजेंटेशन के माध्यम से हम सबको दिखाएं कि टेक्नोलॉजी को केवल एक साधन के रूप में प्रयोग किया जा सकता है, क्योंकि दूरस्थ शिक्षा के द्वारा कभी भी एक अच्छे शिक्षक का निर्माण नहीं किया जा सकता। एक अच्छे शिक्षक को सैद्धांतिक विषय के साथ साथ व्यावहारिक विषय का भी ज्ञान होना आवश्यक है, जो ऑनलाइन शिक्षण के माध्यम से संभव नहीं है। डॉक्टर कृष्णकांत त्रिपाठी सर ने वर्चुअल क्लासरूम और रियल क्लासरूम के प्रभाव में अंतर के बारे में बताया। उन्होंने उक्त विषय पर अपना वक्तव्य देते हुए कहा कि बहुत सारे ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज चलती है, इन सभी कोर्सों में भी ऑनलाइन टीचिंग, एग्जाम आदि सभी कुछ होते हैं और सर्टिफिकेट भी दी जाती है, लेकिन जिस प्रकार से रियल क्लासरूम में शिक्षा दी जाती है या डिग्री दी जाती है, वैसे कभी भी वर्चुअल क्लासरूम में नहीं हो पाता है। इसमें बहुत सारे डिसिप्लिन या तो आधार चीज का रुकावटी होता है, लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ट है। आगे के लिए भी हम लोग का टेक्नोलॉजी का प्रयोग करते रहना चाहिए। इस 2 दिवसीय वेबिनार में कुल 22 राज्यों तथा 2 विभिन्न देशों के 1500 प्रतिभागियों ने भाग लिया और इन प्रतिभागियों ने हमारे वक्ताओं की बात सुनी और हमको आशा ही नहीं, पूर्ण विश्वास है कि उन लोगों को बहुत सारे बेनिफिट हुआ होगा। मैं श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन की ओर से आप सभी अतिथिगण, बीच वक्ता, रिसोर्स पर्सन एवं सम्मिलित सभी प्रतिभागियों को हृदय से धन्यवाद देता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Dhanyawad, sir. Thank you so much for your summing up of this validatory session for this address. Moving ahead, now we have finally reached the culmination of this two-day national webinar. And before we end, I would now request Mrs. Rachna Rashmi, Professor, Srinath College of Education, to please present the vote of thanks on behalf of this institution.
श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन द्वारा आयोजित 2 दिवसीय वेबिनार के मुख्य संरक्षक कोल्हान विश्वविद्यालय चाईबासा के माननीय कुलपति प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर गंगाधर पांडा सर तथा विशिष्ट अतिथिगण, बीज वक्ता, रिसोर्स पर्सन, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी के सदस्य, शोधार्थीगण और विद्यार्थीगण, आप सभी को मेरा प्रणाम एवं अभिवादन। श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन द्वारा आयोजित इस 2 दिवसीय वेबिनार में आप सबों के साथ यह वेबिनार अपने अंतिम पड़ाव पर पहुंच चुका है। इस वेबिनार में काफ़ी सारी बातें छनकर सामने आई है जो निश्चित रूप से हमारे लिए लाभप्रद है। इसके लिए सर्वप्रथम मैं हमारे मुख्य संरक्षक कोल्हान विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर गंगाधर पांडा सर जी को हृदय से धन्यवाद देती हूँ, जिन्होंने हमें अपना आशीर्वचन दिया। अपने विचारों से हमें अभिप्रेरित करने के लिए हमारे बीच आदरणीय डॉक्टर टी.के. पाणी, परीक्षा नियंत्रक कोल्हान विश्वविद्यालय चाईबासा, रजिस्ट्रार डॉक्टर एस.एन. सिंह और कुलानुशासक डॉक्टर ए.के. झा सर का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद प्रकट करती हूँ। बीज वक्ता डॉक्टर आशीष श्रीवास्तव, डीन स्कूल ऑफ एजुकेशन, महात्मा गांधी केंद्रीय विश्वविद्यालय मोतिहारी, बिहार, आपने वेबिनार के विषय पर उपयुक्त प्रकाश डालते हुए इसके महत्व और उपयोगिता को हम सबके बीच प्रस्तुत किया और इस वेबिनार को इसके लक्ष्य तक पहुंचाने में अपनी महती भूमिका निभाई। इसके लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इस वेबिनार में रिसोर्स पर्सन के रूप में शामिल हुए प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर रामाकांत मोहालिक, प्रोफेसर इन एजुकेशन, रीजनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ एजुकेशन एनसीईआरटी भुवनेश्वर, डॉक्टर संजय भुइया, प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन एमएड जमशेदपुर विमेंस कॉलेज जमशेदपुर, डॉक्टर के त्रिपाठी, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मिजोरम, आप सभी ने वेबिनार के उपविषयों पर अपने अपने सारगर्भित विचारों से हम सभी का ज्ञानवर्धन किया। इसके लिए आप सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी के कन्वेनर श्री सुखदेव महतो, चेयरमैन श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन आदिपुर जमशेदपुर, मुख्य आयोजन सचिव श्री धनंजय महतो, विभागाध्यक्ष श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन, आयोजन सचिव श्रीमती भाव्या भूषण, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर श्रीनाथ कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन, आप सभी का धन्यवाद जिनके सार्थक प्रयास और परिश्रम से आज यह वेबिनार अपने मुकाम तक पहुंचा है। साथ ही साथ वेबिनार के अलग अलग सत्रों में मॉडरेटर तथा कोऑर्डिनेटर की भूमिका में उपस्थित सभी शिक्षकगण तथा तकनीकी सहायकगण को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद प्रस्तुत करती हूँ, जिन्होंने इस वेबिनार को सुचारू रूप से संचालित किया। साथ ही साथ आप सभी शोधार्थीगण, विद्यार्थीगण और मीडियाकर्मी के साथ मैं उन सभी लोगों को जिन्होंने इस वेबिनार के सफल संचालन में प्रत्यक्ष और अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से अपनी भूमिका का निर्वहन किया, मैं उन सभी का हृदय से आभार प्रकट करती हूँ।
धन्यवाद रचना मैम। I would now request I would like to inform the participants. We have shared 3 links of feedback form with you. Kindly fill in and kindly submit it. If it is taking not connected or any problem is coming, we will be sharing the link of this feedback form again via your email ID that we have. Since you have registered in the webinar, we are having your email address. We will be sending you the feedback form via your email ID, and you will be getting the feedback form. We assure you every bit that you will be getting the e-certificate within a day or 2. Kindly have patience with us. Before we end, as the culture of our nation says, I would request all of you to please stand up and attend the national anthem. I request all of you to please stand up for the national anthem. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello. साथ चलते चलते एक दूसरे का साथ निभाते हम 2 दिनों के इस नेशनल वेबिनार को हमने सफलतापूर्वक पूरा किया। आप सबके सहयोग के लिए एक बार फिर रचना मैम ने धन्यवाद दिया, पर फिर भी मैं नम्र आपको अभिनंदन करती हूँ कि आप हम सब हमके साथ बने रहे। सभी स्टेट से जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हमारे साथ जुड़े, उन्होंने इस वेबिनार को और भी रिच बनाया, और भी नॉलेजेबल बनाया, हमें प्रेरणा दी, अभिप्रेरणा दी कि हम और बेहतर तरीके से अगली बार फिर आपके साथ जुड़ेंगे एक अलग टॉपिक पर बहुत जल्द। So with due permission of my seniors, of my members of management, and with the participants, I would now request to please end this meeting. The link of feedback form I have shared. I will be sharing the feedback form link in the YouTube as well. आप वहां से भी इस लिंक को भर सकते हैं। किसी प्रकार की असुविधा होने पर अगर आप नहीं भर पा रहे हैं, फीडबैक फॉर्म का लिंक अगर नहीं खुल पा रहा है, चिंतित मत होइए। हम 1 या 2 दिन के अंदर आपके ईमेल एड्रेस पर फीडबैक फॉर्म पोस्ट कर देंगे और आप उसको भरकर अपना ई-सर्टिफिकेट प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद हमारे साथ बने रहने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच।
हाँ 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 हाँ।